Well, we're going to finish up section 4.3, and I think I really glazed over. We finished this last problem, but then I had a couple more things on your note sheet if you would take a look at them. You have something that looks like this problem, and then all of these, but I want to do a good job of explaining them, so let's just do this. It'll take us a few minutes, but just for your reference. As you remember, when we're going to make this into an augmented matrix to represent it, you use the coefficients. So 2, -3, 8, 6, 9, 4. And then we're going to, you would go ahead and work to try to get this one taken care of. So you would make this into a 1 here by doing what? Dividing by 2. And I've got that here. So we divide everything by 2. We've got a 1 here. And then the next thing you would do would be you'd try to eliminate so that you've got a 0 down here. So you would multiply the top row by 6 and then add it to the second row. And it would be 6 times row 1 plus row 2. But what we find when we do that, 6 times 1 is 6 plus -6 is 0. 6 times -3/2 is actually -9. Plus 9 gives 0. And then 6 times 4 is 24, plus 4 gives 28. So what we find here is that you've got, here's 0x plus 0y equals 28. So since 0x plus 0y equals 28, that's a false situation. So since we have a false on that one, that's why it says no solution on your paper. So just so that you have it explained in words, it's the same process that we were doing before, where we have to first get a 1 here and then work to get a 0 here. But in this case, the 0 is actually wiped out the bottom row, and we have that. Something similar can happen, like here. We can divide the top one by -10 to make this all work out here. Because -10 divided by -10 is 1. 12 divided by -10 is -6/5. 30 divided by -10 is -3. And then multiply this row by -5. So it'll cancel out with this row and give us a 0 down here. But when we do this, we get a 0, 0, 0, which really just means nothing more than these are the same. These are actually the same equation written differently. 0 equals 0, that's a true. So that means there are infinite solutions on this one. And since there's infinite solutions, the way we write that now is the set of all values x, y. The line means such that. And then you can pick either one of them since they're really the same equation. I picked the bottom one just because it's a little bit more simplified, but either one would be fine. 5x minus 6y equals -15. And so we have that. So the truths end up being that the two equations are just the same, and the false ends up that there's no solution. That's just simply for the 2 by 3. We're going to use this method a little bit so you have the idea of row operations. But I obviously can't put a ton of these on your test or quiz or anything like that because they just take a lot of time. So we do want to understand the process and do it, and then you've got to be as careful as possible for no mistakes. So that's how that goes. I'm going to end this. Hi, soccer players. I hope you're doing great. We know you won. Good job. Congratulations. Bye.